Hello, welcome to Horse Race Politics. Today is September 5th, 2020, and in this video, I will be talking about how Trump might still be able to win a second term in the White House. So in this video, I'll basically be going through what Trump's possible path to victory is at this point in the Electoral College, how he can still get to 270 votes in the Electoral College, because right now Biden is up in the polls by quite a bit. He's definitely a favorite to win this election, but I will be talking about which states Trump needs to win in order to still win this election at this point. This video won't be too long, it'll just be a few minutes long if things go correctly, but let's get started. So first, let's fill out all the states that are definitely going for Joe Biden. DC for sure, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire we'll get back to. But all these states, they're definitely going for Joe Biden, no questions asked. New York is also definitely going for Biden. Illinois also for sure. California, no question. Oregon, Washington, and Hawaii. And then Virginia, Hillary Clinton won by several points, as Biden will almost certainly win by several points also. And then Colorado, and then Mexico. All these that are filled out, they're definitely going for Joe Biden at this point. Now let's go for the states that are almost certainly going for Trump as of now. Montana, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, North and South Dakota, all of Nebraska except the 2nd District, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia we'll get back to, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Missouri, and South Carolina. So, everything I've filled out so far, they're definitely going for either Joe Biden or for Donald Trump. Alaska I missed, but there, now everything we have as of now are all the safe states. So as you can see, Joe Biden's already at 209, but Donald Trump's only at 125. So Donald Trump needs to win many more states in order to reach that magic 270 number. So let's fill in more things for Trump. Texas, he has to win. If Trump doesn't win Texas, then it's basically impossible for him to win this election. Although it's really likely that Trump's going to win, even though some of the polls say Biden's up by a couple points in Texas, or it's like a tie in Texas, I'm not really buying that. I don't think Trump's gonna lose Texas. I don't think Biden's gonna win. I think it's still gonna stay red this election. In the future, in like 4, 8, 12 years, we can talk about whether or not it starts becoming blue, but as of now, it's definitely staying red this election, unless something really drastic happens, more drastic than what's already happened in the past several months. Texas, Trump has to win. What else? Georgia, Trump pretty badly needs the state. 16 electoral votes, that makes quite a bit of a difference, so he's going to need to win this. Nevada, I don't think Trump has any chance of winning at this point. I think it's going to go for Biden. That's pretty set in stone at this point. So Nevada, we won't even talk about the possibility of Trump winning that, because that's really unlikely. So Nevada, we're going to give to Biden, because that's almost certainly going to be in Biden's category. From here, it gets a bit more tricky, because all these states that I haven't shaded in yet, they could realistically go for either candidate. Ohio, at this point, is becoming more of a swing state. It used to be, the polls used to show that Trump was winning by quite a bit, but now since Biden has gotten the upper hand the past few months, it seems more balanced in Ohio now. But I think Trump will definitely need to win Ohio if he wants to win this election. Without Ohio, it is really hard for him to win this election. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to fill in the entire Rust Belt. I'm also going to fill in Pennsylvania. But see, look where Joe Biden's at now. He's at 271 already, just by filling in the rest of the Rust Belt. That means that even if Trump wins every other state that's not shaded in yet, Arizona, Iowa, Nebraska 2nd, North Carolina, Florida, and New Hampshire, and all of Maine, he still loses. So he has to win at least part of the Rust Belt for this election. Otherwise, he's done for. So let's fill in a few more things for Trump. Iowa, he has to win. Iowa is supposed to be a solid state for Trump. Although it's gone slightly more in Biden's favor, I think Trump is still up by a few points there. I think it's still likely Trump's going to win there. Same with Ohio. Iowa and Ohio are like similar situations. But if Trump wants to win this election, he has to win Iowa. He has to win Ohio. Next is North Carolina. North Carolina, if Trump loses North Carolina, he's likely going to lose the other states also, because North Carolina is supposed to lean more in Trump's favor than other states. So if Trump wants to win this election, he needs North Carolina. Mitt Romney won North Carolina back in 2012, even when he lost the election by quite a bit. So North Carolina, definitely something Trump needs. In 2008, however, Obama won North Carolina. But in 2012, it flipped right back to Romney. Here's where we talk about Florida. I think most of you guys watching this know what happened in the 2000 election. Bush v. Gore. Florida decided the election. By 537 votes, Bush won Florida, won the entire election. I think Trump really needs to win Florida for this election. Because if Biden wins Florida, he's already up at 244. And the only way for Trump to win the election without winning Florida at this point is for him to take the entire Rust Belt. Otherwise, Biden wins and it's game over for Trump. So, Trump needs to win Florida. He needs to win Florida for sure. He lives in Florida. That might give him a bit of an advantage. Arizona, I don't think he desperately needs to win. Trump doesn't desperately need to win, so we can give that to Biden. So now Biden's at 226. Arizona, I think we can give to Biden. New Hampshire, we can also give to Biden. Doesn't make much of a difference. Same thing with Maine's 1st district and Maine at large. 2nd district's probably, I would say, still might go for Trump. Maine's 2nd district's an interesting scenario, so let's just say it goes for Trump. Let's say it goes for Biden, the districts, because they don't make a difference. So at this point, we just have the Rust Belt left. So I think what's likely going to happen is the Rust Belt might once again decide this election. If it's not the Rust Belt that decides, it's going to be Florida. But in order for Trump to win this election, he needs to win at least 2 of the Rust Belt states. He needs to win. Actually, if he wins Minnesota and Wisconsin, that's still not enough for him. So he needs to win, for sure, at least 2 of the Rust Belt states. If it's Minnesota, Wisconsin, he has to also win some other congressional districts or whatever. But yeah, Trump needs 2 of the Rust Belt states if he wants to win this election. If he only gets 2 Rust Belt states, then it's going to be hard for him to win, but he can still pull it off. But if he wins 3 or 4 Rust Belt states, then it's a lot more likely that Trump wins this election. Back in 2016, Trump won 3 out of the 4 Rust Belt states, all of them except Minnesota. And he won the election, obviously, as we all know. So yeah, I would say Trump's path to victory is him winning almost everything he won in 2016. I feel like he could give up Arizona and still be fine. He could give up these small territories that don't really matter much, like the congressional districts in Maine and New Hampshire. Those don't matter much. Arizona, I feel like he could still give up, but he needs to hold on to at least 2 of the Rust Belt states. Well, actually, let's talk about if he wins Arizona, then what does he need? If he wins Arizona, he only needs 1 of the Rust Belt states. So, win Arizona, win 1 Rust Belt state, or give up Arizona, win 2 Rust Belt states, 2 plus Rust Belt states. That's Trump's path to victory. This video is not that long. I think I'm just going to stop it here. I think I've basically talked about what Trump needs to do to win this election, how he can still gain a 2nd term in the White House. Thanks for watching, everyone. I see you guys tomorrow. Bye.